Hi guys, Dave Wilson here again. Now, when you're cutting wire, you might use a pair of flush cutters or end cutters. When you're working with sheet or strips, you might use a pair of shears or jeweller's tin snips. But what happens when you want to work with something bigger? Maybe you're using heavier gauge material, or you want long cuts or repeated cuts, all exactly the same. Well, as always, our friends over at Pepe Tools have got the perfect solution for us. So, come with me, let's take a look at it. Follow me. This is the Pepe Tools 4-inch guillotine shear, made in the USA, and this is part of a whole range of guillotines made by Pepe. This particular one is the smallest, and it features tool steel sharpened blades, an adjustable mitre, and it also features an adjustable measurement gauge for accuracy and for repeatability. And as you come to expect from Pepe Tools, it's precision engineered, solidly built and beautifully finished with plated steel and powder coated aluminium. Now when you first receive it and unpack it, you might need to attach the handle and the depth gauge. So the depth gauge screws into a small hole at the side here, and you can see it's profiled to only go in one way, and the screw attaches underneath, so if you flip it on its side you can see the little hole there where it slots in. Just tighten it up with the Allen key provided and then turn it the right way up. Likewise the handle attaches with a small grub screw, and hopefully you can see it down there. So again, use the Allen key, just loosen the grub screw, and again the handle is keyed, it will only go in one way round, so you want the flat part facing to the right. Put the handle in, tighten up the screw and make sure that the handle is firmly affixed. And then finally, just check the knob on the end of the handle and make sure that that's fully screwed down. Now before first use, you really need to calibrate the machine, and you do this by loosening both of these screws at the side here and then pushing the depth gauge all the way in as far as it'll go, and you might need to just push down at the bottom there to make sure it goes in. Once it's in as far as it'll go, you need to adjust this top plate here so that it is aligned up perfectly with the zero. Once it's perfectly on the zero, just tighten up the top screw there and it is now set and accurate. Now obviously I've just got it loose here so I can move it round and show you, but it's absolutely vital that this thing is bolted down to a bench. Ideally you will go all the way through your bench and use bolts, and you can see there are 4 8mm diameter holes, 2 at the front and 2 at the back, and you should use these for securing the device. So this particular unit is designed to cut up to 4 inches or approximately 100mm. It's designed to work with anything up to 20 gauge non-ferrous metals. Here for example I've got a 4-inch sheet of 0.7mm copper, and as you can see it cuts it with ease, but this will be very difficult to cut by hand with a pair of shears. Now as an experiment I've got here a sheet of blue anodised aluminium, and let's say I want to cut off 1.5 inches. So I set the depth gauge to 1.5 inches and just screw it down at the top. Make sure that my guide is set perfectly to 0 so it's a 90-degree cut, and I insert my aluminium all the way in so it touches the gauge, the depth stop. Pull down the handle and cut, and this is the piece that it's cut off, and just to double check you can see that is precisely 1.5 inches, and I can continue to cut over and over again and all the pieces will be precisely 1.5 inches. Just as another little test here, this is a 5mm slither I cut off, and the thing you'll notice is it's perfectly straight. It's not all curled up like it would be if you'd done this with shears, and remember this is just soft aluminium, so very impressive. Now apart from cutting at 90 degrees, the Mitre Table is pre-scored at 15, 30 and 45 degree angles. So here I've got it set to 45 degrees. Now it doesn't matter which side of the line you use, the main thing to remember is that you've got clearance and your piece will actually go through the blade. Here you can see here, perfect right angles, perfect mitre every time. Precise, repeatable and simple. What more could you want from a tool? Now maintenance wise, all it really needs is just a little drop of oil on the moving parts every now and again, just down the side of the blade and in the bushings there where it moves. and according to Pepe it should last 10,000 cuts before it even needs sharpening. So again, the quality that you've come to know and love from Pepe tools. I must say, I've been using this for a few weeks now, and I'm not just saying this because I'm making the video. I genuinely love this tool. I don't know how I ever managed without one. The accuracy and the precision, and it's so simple. You just pull the lever and you get perfect, repeatable results every time. So check out the range. If you're looking for something bigger, Pepe also make larger ones, and really larger ones. So check them out. As always guys, be aware of fakes and imitations. Get genuine Pepe tools and you know you're going to get great quality. You won't regret it, trust me. So, I've been Dave Wilson. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video real soon. Bye for now.